Good morning to you, welcome. It's Monday and it is the 1st of August today. So this week's going to be very difficult for me. I have to spend some time doing annual accounts. Very, very boring. I really hate it, and I need to allocate the week. So from tomorrow till Friday probably, I need to allow time in order to do that, because I don't know how long it would take. I have to prepare them and then send them off to my accountant. It's always very boring, and I want to take my time because I don't want to forget any things that I've spent, because I can claim it back on the accounts. So if I spend money for the business, then it is obviously part of that business. So need to make sure I spend money and not get money in, which is no problem because I haven't been getting any money in at the moment. It's been very quiet. I do have a couple of things that I do and no work to do. So the time I spend is mostly spent making videos, for which I get no money. So it is basically, pretty much just promoting the idea. Hopefully people will support me. It's not a plea, so don't get the wrong idea. I'm not begging, but if you want to support me, then please do that, because there are several different ways to do that. And yes, it is a blatant advert for products. You can go onto my shop site, andywrightshop.co.uk. Very easy to remember. There are mugs and t-shirts available for purchase. So if you don't want to give money, which some people do and some people don't, if you want to give money, then you can. It's patreon.com Andy Wright online, or you can do the website www.talkinreally.co.uk. Go and sign up for a monthly membership there. There is other things that you can do, but they're on YouTube channel, so YouTube membership. Of course, there is PayPal as well, so you can do paypal.me. I think it's paypal.me. Andy Wright Travel, I believe, is the PayPal. But anyway, whatever. And we're not begging, and people get very upset about, oh, you're begging. No, if you want to do it, then you can. Obviously, bear in mind I need to pay the bills. This story today is a story close to my heart, because as you know, I go on trains with my scooter. I've not really done buses. I find them very awkward. They don't have a lot of room to turn around. If you're in a wheelchair, then fair enough, because wheelchairs can turn on the spot. But when you're in there in a bus, you go in frontwise, then you have to reverse out because there's no way to turn around. It's not wide enough. So I can understand that they do have an issue with scooters, especially when they're quite large scooters. But then the rail companies have a scheme, and I don't know if they enforce it, but they have a scheme where you can register your scooter and you get a little card that allows you to go onto the trains. It basically certifies that your scooter is not too big or too heavy. I've never been asked for that card, so I carry it with me, but I've never been asked for it. They always generally are pretty good on the trains, but the buses, I don't know. I've not really tried, but this guy has. This is a pensioner who's been barred from going on buses. The annoying thing here is that he is basically able to fold up his scooter, so it becomes like a suitcase. Very, very expensive they are, and it looks like the one that he has is automatic as well, so it does it itself. You press a button and it folds up. one could argue that is no different to carrying a suitcase on the bus, which people do, or the very annoying buggies that mothers have for their children, and they always want to take their big buggies on the bus. Yeah, I think this is basically a story which is exceedingly annoying, as far as I can tell. So the wife of a man who's been barred said they've been left feeling like second-class citizens. Well, all I can say to that is welcome to the club, because we've always felt like that. Anybody who has a disability, a mobility issue, then you do get second-class citizenship. And disagree with me if you wish, but you need to provide the evidence. So they are both 81 years old. They do not own a car, and they rely heavily on public transport. They are the WEF, well, ideal citizens, aren't they? Because they just they don't own a car, net zero, and all that. However, they do use buses to get around, and they said that they've been left housebound after he was prevented from boarding. And this is Yorkshire, so East Yorkshire. Hey up, lad, what are you doing? Despite being promised a letter of exemption in order to allow them to travel, he said it's not yet been received a fortnight on. How sad. But yes, I mean, bureaucracy. EYMS allows foldable mobility scooters onto its buses, but said it cannot allow larger models due to manoeuvrability issues. Well, I think that's partly down to the driver. You're discriminating against people that can actually drive. Yes, I know there are a lot of people that can't, and they do have an issue with their scooters. And basically, it's a lack of training. As you can see from this photo, it does fold down. I presume it's automatic as well. Until now, they've had a good experience with the bus company, but they obviously make you feel like second-class citizens, and it's not his fault. He is like he is, i.e. elderly and disabled. And I think that basically we are bordering on the discrimination here, the Disability Discrimination Act. Now, what would I do if I wanted to go on a bus? I would be stuffed, wouldn't I? Yeah. Anyway, they were actually out. They'd gone out and they were on the way back, which is even worse because they had to wait an extra hour in the town in order to get a bus back. And I'm surprised that they didn't argue about that. There weren't any people on the bus, and there was nobody in the pushchair or wheelchair space, which makes it even worse, really, doesn't it? And of course, they run about this battery again. They do that with the airlines, lithium battery, perfectly safe. You know, I think that the issue is blown out of all proportion with the batteries. Trust me, I have experience of that. And of course, the bus driver said about the batteries as well. So clearly, they're hanging on to any old excuse they can. It was due to lack of space, in which case the turning of scooters. However, bear in mind that it is a folded scooter, so there shouldn't be any issue with that. It's just like a suitcase. So obviously other coaches and buses, they are quite happy with it, and they have travelled before. Obviously they have contacted the bus company and they are going to provide a letter that they can travel. It's a bit late now, obviously, but whatever. And it can confirm that the issues with scooters do not relate to their batteries. So again, the bus driver is a complete liar. So that is the story today. a story close to my heart. Maybe I should go up to Yorkshire and go on the bus, see what they do, and obviously make a video. Right, if you've got any comments, leave them down below, and obviously if I do make another video today, then you'll be able to watch that on any of the platforms. Please do remember to subscribe, like and share. Feel free to share any of the links that we have with your network, your Facebook page, Twitter, or any other social media that you're on. Spread the word. Let's get some more views and some more support. That's it from me. Have a very good day and catch you later.